Thanks, Justin. Hey, it's time for Financial Focus. Our analyst Steve Budin joining us this midday on a Monday, as you always do. And we got a few topics, some varying topics to talk about today. We're actually not talking shopping for once here.
Yes, we'll take a break from that.
Take a break. Yes. We're talking about the U.S. China trade deal. We talked about this morning. So let's talk about what this means for anyone that's watching at home. Well, how does it affect me?
Yeah, it doesn't affect you yet. What happened was the president went down to Argentina last week to meet with the 20 leaders of the largest economies. And the big drama was what was going to happen when he met with the Chinese president. And what happened was they agreed to put off a tariff of 25% for 90 days. Okay. What was going to happen was on January 1st, the president was going to slap a 25%, basically a tax on any Chinese-made good coming into the country. What that means for our viewers is anything you bought made in China was going to go up 25%. Well, what the two presidents agreed to do was wait 90 days, try to negotiate more fairer trade deals before those tariffs go into place. The skeptic in me is going to say, 90 days, we're going to have the same conversation. This reminds me of all the Congress shutdowns, the government shutdowns. Of course, one's coming this week potentially. I don't report on it anymore because they just keep threatening it and nothing ever happens. Right. And I'm afraid you're going to see this with the Chinese too. We're going to kick the can down the road, and we'll talk about this in 90 days to see if any progress has been made. But as of now, it really doesn't affect anybody. Okay. But yeah, when you think about China, a lot of things we buy, how many things do we look at and say made in China? You know what I mean? So absolutely. It's obviously huge. Yep. All right, let's talk about Qatar quitting OPEC. Big deal here. Could it affect oil prices? Right. And this is another one to keep our eye on. Qatar is a little Middle Eastern country. They're not as big as Saudi Arabia, but OPEC stands for the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. And they were formed in the early 60s, and basically it's an international monopoly of all the Middle Eastern countries that produce oil, and they basically, over the years, have controlled oil prices. No country has ever left the agreement, so this could be fairly significant. Even though they're a small country, this could be the canary in the coal mine that shows that OPEC might not have the leverage they used to in controlling oil prices. So hopefully, for us consumers, it could lead to lower oil prices in the future. Okay, something to keep an eye on. It's not significant yet. I just bring that out there. Just the world is changing, and it's interesting to see. Yeah, and all those protests in Paris all start stemming from the gas tax. So. Yes, it's all stemming from energy prices, and we need to get our arms around some of these issues. Okay. All right, let's talk about air traffic at McCarran. Yes. October, a record number, record air traffic, which is good for Las Vegas. Yeah, I love following these numbers. 4.4 million travelers came through the airport. And if you break that down, it's just short of 100 per second. And it's an incredibly efficient airport. It's amazing how they process all these folks. But clearly, the more folks that come through the airport spend more money here. They pay for parking. There's employees at the airport, and then drivers bringing them to the casinos. The domino effect of all of these airport travelers benefits everybody in the community. Yeah. So as long as these numbers stay strong, it's good for us. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they do keep advancing technology and find ways to keep people moving. Yes. I mean, so there's that, and then Terminal 3 and all that kind of thing. So. Well, now there's the talk of a new airport, right? So to their credit, they're thinking far enough ahead to make sure that we can process a lot of these travelers, but it's an incredible number. Let's just hope it continues. Yeah, well, with NFR coming in Thursday, we're going to have lots of cowboys in town, Steve. Yes. And lots of moolah, right, for us. Hopefully. All right, that's a look at our financial focus. Steve will be back next Monday. Thanks so much, and stay with us.